Well, hello, friends and fellow pioneers. Today I have with me Frank Grindrod, and he is the author of this wonderful book for kids and for families called Wilderness Adventure Camp. This is actually his author copy that we got back in April when we met. We were at a alternative building school out in the desert, and we spent a week with Frank and got to know him. And in the book, we got to preview it and we really enjoyed it. So he let us take the book home. And I actually went ahead and ordered an extra copy to share it with some friends. So I wanted to have him come on and tell you about this book project. It's a new project that he's got going on, even though he's been doing this for over 20 years of teaching children wilderness adventure essentials for survival. And so I wanted to let him share his story of how he got started into this type of work. And so that families and educators and influencers that are interested in survival and wilderness essentials can get to know about this resource. I'll let you look into the pages in a minute. But Frank, why don't you go ahead and tell us how you got how did you pick this for a career path or for a life work? How did you get started?
So well, thank you so much, Aurora. It's an honor to be here on your show. I would say that what I did is I basically when my father was raising me, I was a little kid, probably like 7. He had told me stories, and that's one of the ways we have a lot of stories in the book. And one of the things about the stories that he told me was it really inspired me to want to learn more about nature. And so he told me the story about how my aunt used to like put her hand out, do a little whistle, and put her finger like this, and the chickadees would just kind of land and eat right out of her hand. And I was like, Dad, that's impossible. So that started a whole journey. And so I guess in one way, my dad kind of mentored me through story to just immerse myself in nature until I was able to start hand feeding the birds. And and I had different birds that were coming to me, and then I taught my daughter how to do it, and we integrated into our programs. And so it was like this real beautiful intimacy with the natural world. And it really lit my fire, no pun intended. So that was kind of like the birth of how I got started in, being a part of what I've created, which is called Earthwork. And so, that's the story of how my dad inspired me to become interested in this. And now here I am 21 years later. Not 21 years later as far as my whole journey, but just 21 years later of having our school and teaching for 21 years. So not even the learning part, because that was like 7 and up. So that's kind of like the kernel of it all.
So how did you get to this part where you are now a published author and you're able to have this resource that people can take home, kids can take home after the camp, or that people can learn about your work first through this book? How did this happen this year?
Yeah, so I actually am really into Tony Robbins, and I went to a Tony Robbins workshop that he was doing in Boston. And they had promoted this, like, how to publish your own book. And I was like, wow, that sounds fabulous. It was like a publish your own book boot camp. So I went there, and then, we had a whole weekend, and they gave all kinds of tips and tricks and how to set up your chapters and publish and how to market it and all that. And then the sales pitch happened, and they were like, okay, this is going to be $30,000 for us to publish you. And I was like, okay. So I just kind of like took that in. And then within a couple days later, I got an email that said, hey, we're looking for you to write this book that we have an idea for. And I was wondering if you could, meet me so we could talk about this wilderness survival book because we've been following you for 10 years. Because I used to write for a local publication for 10 years. And so they followed that. It was called Maya and the Great Outdoors. And it was just great. It was me and my daughter doing all kinds of nature stuff. And then we did like video companion to the articles, you know, like little companion videos. And we've done the same thing with the book. We're actually working on videos right now, and we have some that are on our site that people can actually get and see right away.
That's awesome. So I wanted people to see that I'm actually going to go ahead and show a screen. I'm going to share my screen because let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and just go to Amazon really quick. And so right here, when looking inside, I was trying to figure out a way to show some of my favorite pages, but it's really hard to hold it up against the screen. So let's see here if I can. Well, this was working earlier when I tested it. Let's see if we can try again. Let's see. So
yeah, we did like 6 days of photo shoots, you know, pretty much 9 to 5. And we pretty much put together all kinds of progressions for each of the skills. And it just took so much time, but it was so worth it because the design of the book and how, you know, the illustrations and the photos and, you know, and like how they laid it out is just amazing.
Yeah, these are beautiful. As a designer, that's one of the things that I told you was it's just very captivating. The design is just phenomenal. They did a really, really good job with the design, the layout, the colors. And so I want people to get an idea of how engaging the book is. It's really a pleasure to look at, to learn from, whether you're a parent, whether you're just getting started with wilderness, whether you're an educator or an influencer that likes to encourage people to get outdoors and enjoy nature. I wanted to we were talking earlier about one of your favorite parts of the book, and you said that being able to give people a tip from the guide. So here is a tip here that people can look forward to.
So yeah, within each section, there's you know, since we've been doing this for 20 years, and I've been, you know, really crafting this, you know, from having like tape recorders that I'm, you know, speaking into to having digital recorders, and then, you know, over 10 years to kind of come up with all this content. And the things that I learned along the way, I didn't see in other books. And so I was like, I wanted to really encapsulate that. So we had a little tip from the guide to be able to really kind of make it unique. And one of the things that I really love about the book is that it's really a call to adventure. Like Joseph Campbell's a really important person in my life, and he really inspired me to learn about mythology. And he, you know, he created Star Wars. George Lucas, he inspired George Lucas to create Star Wars, and Star Wars basically had all the elements of mythology in it from Joseph Campbell's work. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that.
So right here, I wanted to point out that these are some of the things that educators can look forward to in the book, that you really learn for vocabulary for many aspects of survival. Here we're looking at different parts of a knife, and then later there's vocabulary for fire starting, and there's so much information for so many things. Here's another tip. So basically we got to preview 3 tips. Something here that we wanted to also point out to people is that some of the reviews that have come up for you. You've got a dozen reviews so far since the book just came out last month or maybe 5 weeks ago. And people are saying how useful it is. It's easy to understand. The illustrations are great for the whole family. It's not just for kids, but for adults as well. And one of the things that I said in my review, and here's a photo of us when I got to see the review, but one of the things that I said was it's great for experiential learning. It really lends itself for that as you're out there trying to get a hands-on experience with learning. And I really recommend to people, if you're interested in educating children about wilderness essentials for survival skills, this is a great resource to use as a guide, as a curriculum, and also it's a great gift for a family library or for birthdays or whatever you like to give gifts for. I wanted to mention also to people that are just getting to know your work, we have included in the links and the details a link to your Earthwork Programs website. And, if anybody ever needs to learn more or get the information about the book, you can order it directly from Frank's website, or you can order it from Amazon. And one of the things that that Frank offered to do, because we're, he's trying to get the book launched and to get people aware that a book like this exists. If you purchase the book, you read it, you enjoy it, and you give a thoughtful review on Amazon, we come back and comment on this video, and we will enter you into a drawing to get another copy of a book that you can share with another family, or maybe if you have multiple children, each child can get a copy, or you can have an extra copy for your go bag, whatever, however you want to use the extra copy of the book. So if you want more chances to win, we invite you to refer the book to someone else. So if you buy a book, then come back and give a review, then say, hey, I participated in the giveaway. When I qualified for the giveaway. But if you want to have more chances, just let us know that you've referred it to other people. So Frank is looking for help in referring this book to educators, to influencers that care about wilderness survival essentials for children and for families, people that are just really wanting to get this knowledge into their hands to build a survival library and those types of things. And lastly, so again, I just want to say, make sure you come back and comment, because we're not going to know to enter you into the drawing and let us know how we can contact you if you have a way to do that. Also, you can email me. My email address is aurora@producingfreedom.com, and Aurora is AURORA. So you can email me as well and let me know, hey, I bought the book, I left a review on Amazon, here's the link, and I've referred it to however many people, and that will give you more chances to win an extra copy of the book.
Awesome.
Are you gonna sign it, Frank, for him? A signed copy of the book?
Yeah, I can do a signed copy for the winner. Sure.
Yeah. So another thing I wanted to say is, if you know of people that may like to interview Frank or help spread the word about this book, then please contact him or contact me, and we'll connect you to Frank. But we're just trying to help Frank get the word out to people. This is a great resource, again, for getting yourself acquainted with survival skills and passing it on to the next generation.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Aurora, for having me on your show.
It's my pleasure, Frank. And again, if anybody has any questions, just please access the links below. And remember to pick up a copy to share, and maybe an extra copy to pass along to your favorite young people that are wanting to learn how to enjoy the outdoors better.
Yeah, and let me just let folks know that if you go on our website, a video will pop up, and you can get a free survival and bushcraft mini course that that we give to you. And you can actually access that right now. So just wanted to let you know that that's available as well.
Awesome, thanks, Frank. And we actually gave a direct link to that in case the pop-up doesn't work for you. There is a direct link in the details. If you click on the details of this video, it'll send you directly to getting that free mini course, so that you can get survival essentials and bushcraft knowledge. And if you have, again, any questions, you can just go to the links below and get a hold of Frank and his team. Any parting thoughts, Frank, as we close this segment?
Yeah, so like Joseph Campbell says, like, answer the call to adventure. Go out there, go on a hero's journey and allow yourself to be transformed by the earth and by these skills and become more self-reliant. And yeah, we put our heart and soul into this. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that it goes on for many generations.
Thank you, Frank. I can totally see the effort that went into creating this book and making it an experience. The book itself is like an adventure. It's a very special, and it's like a very engaging experience. So everybody go check out Frank's website, his mini course, and grab yourself a copy of the book if that's something that you're interested in. And if not, if you know of someone that has children or educates children or an influencer, please help us pass the word. This is a kind of a grassroots effort that Frank is trying to get the word out, because not everybody knows about his survival school. And this is a way to basically scale the impact that they're having privately there at his survival camp. So y'all be blessed. May the Lord bless you and keep you, shine his face toward you, be gracious to you, turn his countenance towards you, and give you shalom peace. Thank you again, Frank.
All right. Take care.